All right, let's get rolling here. We've got a big guest to get us started. It's been an exciting week for the Cincinnati Bearcats. There has been a lot of news that has happened throughout the past 4 days. One of the biggest, though, was the commitment of four-star. How's that sound, Braedyn? Four-star?
Good. Sound good, yeah.
Four-star athlete Braedyn Moore from Hamilton Badin coming to Cincinnati as a safety. And Braedyn, what was yesterday like? Take us through the emotions of making your commitment and announcing you were going to be headed to Cincinnati.
It felt really good. It was like an emotional build-up. I was supposed to post at 1 o'clock, and I did. And until then, a few minutes before then, I was just recapping my life and just how I've dreamed of this since I was little, and just I could finally just it was really relieving just knowing that I'm going to play at the collegiate level and possibly the even next level, and it just felt really good.
Dave, you got something? I'm gonna get this social up real quick.
What was it about UC that and the timing that made you feel like now was the time you wanted to go ahead and announce your commitment?
They just it's home, and they showed me the most love. All the coaches, I really enjoy Coach Maximus, Lambert, Coach Hitch, Fickle, all them guys. Coach Tress, really love all them guys. The practices, I love the practices. The grittiness of the players. The Cincinnati players are different, I think, compared to all the other players. It's just they got a lot of grit to them. It's just something different about their game. It just pulled me in. And I just want to play the kids in my city and play for, like, actually have a meaning behind this when I play for the Bearcats.
Was there a moment that it hit you that you just knew, or was it a build-up? Because you were on campus a lot, like you had been around the program a lot this winter into this spring. Was there that one moment where it just hit you that this is for me, or was it like a build-up of things?
It was a build-up, but my last visit actually hit me. I just I had a really good experience with all the coaches, and I actually was up in the press box eating lunch with them afterwards after practice, and it felt like home from then on. It just felt like home, and just there it hit me. I wanted to commit that day, but I just waited a little bit.
Go ahead.
Do you obviously you see in the coaches and everything, we make a big deal out of the hometown hero thing and playing for your city. Is that something that you always had thought about? Is that something that as you got further into the process became more of a factor? Like take us through like when that element became more important to you.
Growing up and like coming up, I really did not think about playing for my hometown. But as the process went on, I've always been told play for the name on your back, which is my last name. And playing for UC, I could play for the name in front of on my chest and on my back. So it feels really good to be able to say that and just do that.
When you go through the process, you go on unofficial visits, you talk to coaches, they come to your school. What to you personally, what are the most important things you wanted to hear from coaches that made you feel comfortable with your decision?
Where they could see me fit, and like to me, UC presented the best like position for me, marketable wise in the NFL, and just going on in college, like playing from the boundary safety position, and all the coaches, they weren't really like, most of them were about strictly business, but like they wanted to like make a relationship with me throughout the meeting at school. Coach Hisler was one of those coaches who like I could just like tell like he wanted me. He really wanted me, and like it feels really good to feel wanted, and that's what I was just looking for, like a super cool, comfortable coach, and just make me feel wanted.
You mentioned NFL. You're coming in to play safety. James Wiggins, Derek Forrest. In a week from now, Brian Cook. Like, how much did that resonate with you? That, man, like right now, these guys are pumping safeties into the NFL.
They are. Their whole secondary, all the DBs, safeties, they're all going to the NFL, and it's just they really like progress those DBs to be at the NFL level, and I want to be one of those guys.
Are you a Sauce guy? Like, did you
Really
get caught up
Sauce.
in watching
Yeah,
Sauce play?
Watching him play. I did. Yeah.
Describe your game a little bit for our fans that haven't gotten to see you play. Where you excel at on the field, and what are some things that you're trying to work on going into your senior season?
So for Badin, I play both sides of the ball. I have a late game impact. We're more of a run based team, but when we get in trouble, we throw the ball a lot. So later in the games, I'll make a lot of big catches to ice the game really, and I'm a really good blocker. It's a weird trait, but I love lead blocking and setting the edge. And on the defensive side, I'm really good at getting off blocks, and I'm a ball hawk. So I think I had 7 interceptions last year, 2 pick sixes, and I don't know. I shut down one half of the field most of the games I played, and it just really helped us throughout the playoffs and the regular season. And I think I had 61 receptions, 500, 600 yards on the offensive side. So I think I'm just like a playmaker overall, and that's it. I had 1 punt return.
They say guys play DB because they don't have good hands, right? But that's not you.
No, that's not me. I got hands too. Yep.
Do you see yourself as? I mean, just talking to you right now, it seems like you have a really outgoing personality, like to engage. Are you going to be one of the guys in this group that is leading the texts and the DMs with everybody, trying to get more guys in the group? How do you see yourself impacting the rest of your class?
That's my plan. I haven't really started that yet because I just committed yesterday, but that's my plan. Get as many hometown heroes and as much talent I can to come to UC so we can get another national championship, potentially.
Well, yesterday was a 5-1-3 blitz day. Was it important for you to commit on that day to kind of stamp this is what it's all about?
It was a big day because I knew all the Cincinnati fans would be on Twitter, and I knew it was a big deal for UC. So I just felt like it was a good day for me to commit and maybe draw some other kids from hometown to come to UC.
I'm interested. Now that we've got a recruit here, I'm interested. The UC fan base has become one that's known to show up in the mentions with the Bearcat, all the Bearcat GIFs, and they show a lot of love. How much of an impact does that play on a kid to see that fan base kind of embrace you?
It feels really good. There was a UC gift, and anything I posted, it'd be either I'm going to Pitt, I'd have a UC gift in the comments. It's just they're really cool. And I mean, from their gifts, you could probably tell like I was going there because I had 20 gifts in my top 8, and only had about one Pitt, 1 Illinois. It was just their UC fan base is just really great, and I just can't wait to play in front of them all.
When you're looking at, I'm not going to disparage any other schools, but when you're looking at schools, and you said, how the coaches see you playing, and obviously the NFL factor. I mean, every kid has a dream and should have the dream of playing the NFL. How much do you just look at the fact of like UC is pretty much kicking ass right now, and I just want to be a part of a really positive winning program, and put my name on that as well?
That was a big factor. This last year's UC has really made a huge name for themselves, and that's what a lot of people have asked me. Like, was that a part of my decision with them making a big name for themselves this year? It was. They really represented the Natty this year, and I just wanted to be a part of it in the future and maybe progress that and make it better in the future years. So
I always wonder from a recruit standpoint how that works, because you hear it a lot from teams that aren't as successful. They'll tell the recruits, you can be the guy to help get us to this point, but more times than not, you're not going to be that solo dude that does that, and the team is still going to be mediocre. So I was interested to hear like how much on-field success and being a part of a winning program factors into your decision.
Yeah, I got a lot of teams saying that I could be the guy, and UC said I could be the make them better. not help them win games. I mean, help them win games, not like totally change around their record, make the record even better than it was last year.
I'm also curious, the Big 12. Did that have any factor that Cincinnati's about to, like, by the time you get here, it's likely Cincinnati's going to be in the Big 12 and see their status elevate even another notch higher?
The Big 12, then I don't think it had anything to do with it. I just think just being a hometown, having that great of organization here, with them making a big name for themselves last year. Even if I was playing the AAC, I would still want to play for the Bearcats. They playing in any conference, you can make to the national championship.
What was it like dealing with Coach Fickell, and maybe in comparison to the other head coaches you've dealt with? I've always compared him to like the cool uncle that you like look forward to hang out with on the 4th of July. Yeah. Like, what was your experience with him, and that kind of feeling, that aura of him, that he's just a normal guy that happens to be a heck of a football coach?
Yeah, so throughout my process, he was maybe one of the top head coaches that like really contacted me the most. You know, most head coaches throughout the process don't really build a relationship with you and talk to you too much. And he was just one of the ones who stood out to me. And he didn't really act like the big tough guy out of the coaching staff. He actually reached out to me and was willing to build a relationship with me.
So when you've been on campus, have you gotten to see like where the players live and the locker room renovations and that type of stuff? What has that been like?
So I've seen the freshman dorms are actually really nice. Their apartments, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. We all got their own bedroom and bathroom. I have not seen the new locker room, but I have seen like the outside of it. It's like saying it's being renovated. I haven't really been inside of it, but I'm sure I'll see that within the next few years.
They're keeping it under wraps. No pictures, nothing. So I was wondering if they were showing you guys, as you came through on visits and stuff, to check that out.
Yeah, Braedyn, we got a guy. We got a guy. We can get you in there.
Oh, okay.
We got a guy.
Cool.
It just so happens the project manager for the locker room was a former walk-on the basketball team.
Okay.
And he's been on this show a bunch as well. He's a member of Bearcat Journal. He's an awesome dude. So you really want to get in there, let me know. I'll pull some strings for you.
Do you play any other sports besides football? Like, what are you doing this time of year?
So right now I'm running track, actually. I used to play baseball. I've been playing baseball since I was 4 till my freshman year. That COVID season got canceled. So I just started track this year, and I hung up baseball a few years ago.
As an athlete, how tough was that COVID year? Like, you can't get on the field. You can't really do anything to make yourself better. How frustrating was it? How tough was it? How did you get through it?
Definitely a different lifestyle. Around the time we all got quarantined, it was baseball season. And my hometown, my select team, the Cincinnati Spikes, they still had the field open to us. And I would go with one of my friends, my teammates, and I would hit with them throughout quarantine. So I was still able to do that. So that was a little, that felt good to just do that. I mean, there was no competitive side to it, but it felt good to at least practice my craft still.
Did you get to go to any games at Nippert this past season? And what have you heard, if you haven't, or what are you looking forward to the most about playing in the Nip?
Well, I actually didn't get to go see a game this year, actually, but I'll be to at least half the home games, if not all of them this year. And I just can't wait to play in front of the net. I heard they pack out the stadium almost every game. And just coming from high school with little audience and getting into Nippert Stadium, I just can't wait to feel the adrenaline going through me and just getting that on-field experience when I get there.
Well, they have the longest home winning streak in the country at 27 games, so hopefully they can continue that this year, and then when you come in, you can keep it going.
Yep, for sure. Yep.
All right, man. We appreciate it. We just wanted to touch base and get some thoughts from you and what your game was about and how Cincinnati became the pick for you. It's awesome to have you on, and I am sure. Are you going to camp at all? Or are you going to stop down and visit a camp, or do you know what your plans are for this summer?
I do not for this summer. No, I know I have a rivals camp this Sunday in Indianapolis. I'm going to that one.
Okay. Have they talked to you about coming to UC to, even if you don't camp, to just kind of hang out for a day?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will.
Okay. Well, I will catch you there. I'm at all the camps, so
All right, cool.
we will catch up. I know I talked to your guy at the last practice you were at. We didn't get a chance to get formally introduced, but Mick has done a great job with you covering your recruitment. And Bearcat Nation's glad to have you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's Brayden Moore, Hamilton Badin High School. Thanks for joining us, brother, and we will we'll try to get you back on here soon. Okay.